Hey friends, this week we are going to be working on a skill called prefixes. Our learning goal for this week says, I can decode and read words with the following prefixes: un, re, mis, dis, and non. You might be asking yourself, well, what is a prefix? I've never heard of that before. Or maybe you have. A prefix is a word part that is added to the beginning of a base word. It makes a new word with a different meaning. Let's take a look at the prefixes we're going to be using all throughout this week. We have un, re, mis, dis, and non. The first one we're going to take a look at is un. If I display the word unwrap, this has a base word of wrap in it. So if I add the prefix un in front of wrap, now I am changing the word to not wrapping, or unwrap means to not wrap something. The next prefix we have is re. The meaning of re means again. If I have the word replant, this means that I am going to plant something again. Another prefix that we can use is the one mis. In the word misplace, I have the prefix mis. The prefix mis here means wrong. So if I misplace something, it means I have put it in the wrong place, or I have misplaced it. Another prefix you are going to be seeing this week is dis. If I have the word disappear, the base word is appear. If something were to appear, it means that it is seen. But if something or someone were to disappear, it means that they are not appearing, or they are not able to be seen. See how these prefixes are all changing the meanings of these words? All right, last example. The last prefix that you're going to be looking at this week is the one non. Non-fiction has the prefix non in it and the base word fiction. We all know that a fictional story is one that is made up, correct? I always like to use this example with my readers because non also kind of looks like not, and it actually kind of means not. So if I have a word that means not fiction, what does that mean? That means it is not fake, so it must be a true story. So non means not. A story that is nonfiction is not a fictional story. Next, we are going to look at some of these words with these prefixes and see if we can understand their meanings. We know that the prefix can mean not in the word unwrap. The prefix un means not. So if I were to add on the base word wrap, this means I'm not going to wrap something, or the opposite of wrapping. Now, let's look at the word unhappy. What is the base word here? Happy, right? If I have the base word happy and I add the prefix un before it, what does that change to the meaning of the word? How does that change that meaning of the word? If you said it means not happy or the opposite of happy, then you were right. So it changes the word from a happy feeling to a unhappy or a not happy feeling. What I would like you to do is to pause this video, see if you can decode the meaning or try to figure out the meaning of these words with your learning guide, and then come on back, play the video again to check your work. All right, friends, how did you do? Let's take a look at this next example. Re. We have the prefix re in front of the base word visit. If I revisit the same place over and over and over again, it means I am going to that same place again and again and again. So re means to do something again. So in this case, revisit means to visit again. See how that changed the meaning of that word? Next, I have the word misunderstood. If you are in class and you misunderstood what the teacher said, it means you may not have understood what the teacher said. Here we have the base word understood, which means you know what's going on or you know what's being asked of you. But then when I add miss in front of it, it means the opposite. So I'm not understanding what's happening or going on around me. Next, I have the word disagree. The base word here is agree. If I agree to something, it means I like the idea or I'll do something, right? But if I disagree with somebody, dis means not. So when I add that prefix onto the word agree, it means that I don't agree with that person's opinion or I don't agree to do something for someone. I'm not going to agree or I'm not going to do something. The last word we have is nonsense. If something makes sense to you, it appears to be easy or easily understood, right? But if I add nonsense, now I've totally changed the meaning of this word. Non has the prefix meaning not. So nonsense means not making sense. So if you raise your hand in class and you say, that seemed like nonsense to me, it means you're saying something did not make sense. You guys have done a great job in learning how to use some prefixes today. What I would like you to do next is to go ahead and complete page 154 in your Readers and Writers Journal with your learning guide. Good luck today, friends.